Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man, and you know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so Quando Rondo said, "Forget this, man. I gotta book these shows. These bills gotta get paid. We gotta get this money." And he's out here hitting the road, man. He don't care about anything that OTF, Little Dirk, or anybody got to say about it. Now, before we get into the specifics, man, y'all do me a favor. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out the way, man, let's talk about it a little bit. So Quando Rondo, man. Quando Rondo is the main rapper involved in the whole King Von situation. Rest in peace, King Von, and all that. Now, Quando Rondo has been relatively quiet and gone relatively dark on all social media platforms. Dude has been as quiet as a church mouse. He hasn't been saying anything about anything, which he rightfully so shouldn't do. There's about to be an open trial for Lil Tim and anybody else involved in the shooting that's still alive to talk about it. And that makes perfect sense that they would be quiet at a time right now. Because come on, man, you got an active trial, man. Anything you can and say will be held against you. Isn't that how's it goes? Man, that's the way it goes, and that's the way it's always been. Now, Quando Rondo, he was quiet to a point, but then last week, what did he do? He dropped a song, man. So he dropped a song called End of Story, and it really got the internet going, man. A lot of people were not feeling the fact that he dropped this track. It seemed very disrespectful to King Von and his legacy. It seemed very disrespectful to King Von and his fans, his team, everybody over there like Lil Durk and all those cats. So, man, tempers are still kind of high. But Quando Rondo is out here, and he don't care, man. He's feeling like he got to get back to the money, man. Because Quando Rondo, once again, is a performing artist, man. He's a rapper who's very early in his career. He's got to be making these show dates in order to pay the bills, man, in order to pad his pocket, in order to make sure that his career goes any further. So it's looking like he's going to stick to the plan. And this next move that he's made, and this move he made today, I think it's more strategic than anything. I think you're going to see more shows like this for Quando Rondo in the future. So that way he could try to secure his safety. Now, what did he do today? Basically, he booked a show in what you would call a safe environment, man. Friendly country. So he's got a show coming up, and it's going to be this Friday in Macon. Now, Macon, Georgia, and Savannah, Georgia are a little bit of ways away. But Macon, Georgia, for those who don't know, is compiled of a lot of people who are down with what Quando Rondo claims. You know what I mean? I don't want to get to the specific name, but you guys see the chains. You guys see what he be wearing. You know what it's all about. And man, Macon, Georgia, a.k.a. Mactown, is full of folks like that. So for him to book that show at that club, it's probably a lot of assurances from the promoter, from the club owner and stuff, that won't nothing go down in that environment. Now, does that mean he should drop his guard and not be ready for anything and everything that can happen? No, it doesn't. But it goes to show that Quando Rondo is being thoughtful and thinking about where he books his next shows. Because obviously a show in Atlanta might not make it. It might not be able to happen. But booking smaller shows, say like in Macon, Georgia, back in Savannah, Georgia, you know, throughout the southern part of the state, man, that might even work for him. Or even if he went further west to the state, he could book shows that way as well. And I think that's what he's going to be doing in the future. Smaller shows, smaller venues, and trying to make sure that he maintains his safety, because tempers are high because of that track that he's dropped, man. When he dropped that track, man, it made things, you know, a little bit worse than they were, even though they were already bad. Now people really, really have to pick a side. It's almost like that Meek Mill tweet. Everybody said, forget this, man. Either we're going to be riding with the 600 Breezy, Chicago, whatever side, Lil Durk, OTF, Get Back Gang, whatever you want to call it, or we're going to go ahead with Quando Rondo and ride with him, NBA Youngboy, and all them cats over there. And man, it seems like Quando Rondo is kind of on an island, because as an artist, you still got to fend for yourself. Just because you were signed with NBA Youngboy, or y'all either had some type of alliance or something like that, doesn't mean you could build your career off him. You still got to manage out here in these streets. So he's going to have to be strategic in how he books his shows from here on out. And I just don't ever see him booking a show in the Midwest or Chicago or anything like that. I mean, he's basically on the same list as that other rapper, who can't book shows out there. And I mean, that's just being safe. It would just be stupid to do something like that. So hopefully he's not playing that. But this seems like a strategic move. I think Quando Rondo is smart enough to know that, hey, man, it's some money floating out there for, some cats who probably want to see something happen, man, that on the negative end of me, man. So it might be, not saying there's a full-on bag on his head. I'm never going to say that because I don't know that for a fact. But I know for a fact that, man, some venues just ain't going to be the safest place for him to perform. And this move going to Mactown or going to Macon and doing this show there, man, this might just be a quick bag, man. It's a Friday on a holiday weekend. You got Lil Durk and all them cats. They're happy that they've been nominated for Grammys and stuff. I know Lil Durk's mind isn't on this still. I mean, not right now. I mean, who knows? I can't speak for Lil Durk because he's been through this so many times. It's crazy, man. These Chicago rappers come up with such a crazy life and a crazy story. By the time they're like 15 and 16, they've seen so much. It's insane. They probably all got some type of street PTSD, man. That's what we gonna call it, man. Street PTSD, where they just didn't seen too much in the streets and they just war ready at all times, But, man, I think this would be the perfect time for Quando Rondo if he's trying to pad his pockets and make sure he can still make some money and eat out here. This is the time to do it because the Thanksgiving weekend, cats just, chilling with their family. They got their kids, got their wife or girlfriend, trying to pull a move or something just doesn't seem likely. Now, with me saying that, everybody be looking, man, because who knows, man. This is the first time Quando Rondo's going to try to perform, and you never know, man. And he's publicly put it on his Instagram page. I wish he didn't do that, but maybe he's overthinking this too, man. I mean, he's thought about this, and he already has everything ready for him to go perform and return home safely. Because that's all we all want. Like, don't get me twisted. I want all this mess to end. I wish it never happened in the first place. I wish that even when him and King Von, they never fought, if they would have started fighting, I wish it would have been a one-on-one. They went their separate ways and became friends again. Just regular man stuff. You know what I'm saying? But no, man, now we're in this situation where we got all this guesstimating. You got cats missing out on money. I know Durk and them don't want to be thinking about this, and Quando Rondo don't want to be thinking about this or overthinking it when it comes to booking a show. But right now, it looks like his fans in the comment section got his back. They're like, man, he ain't going to get touched. He going to be all right. And I'm praying for that. I really, really, truly am. Please understand that. But, man, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Hold up, man. Before we get to that part, what do you guys think? Do you think Quando Rondo should take off time from doing shows, even though that's just not logical? It'll probably hurt his pockets doing that. Or should Quando Rondo, man, just continue eating, do his shows, and hey, man, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. If there's going to be a problem, there's going to be a problem. Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.